Hi friends, I hope you're all doing well. So today we're going to read a book about pumpkins and another fruit that we have learned about. It can be red, it can be green, it can be yellow. What fruit have we talked about? Apples. So we're going to read a story about apples and pumpkins. What letter does apple start with? A. Circle and down. There's a lowercase a right there. And look, right here we have the letter we've been learning about this week. What letter is that? It's E. So there's an A and there's an E. So this is called apples and pumpkins. Because in fall, we talk all about apples and pumpkins because it is the time in fall, it's the time that we can pick apples and pick pumpkins from the pumpkin patch. When red and yellow leaves are on the trees, so remember what we talked about last week? When it's fall, the colors of the leaves change, so they're turning red and yellow. And they're also, what are they doing from the trees? They're falling. There's the leaves changing colors. We go to Comstock Farm. So they're going to the farm. Do you see the barn? They're driving to the farm to pick apples and pumpkins. They're going to the farm to get some apples and pumpkins. There we have the apple orchard with all the apple trees. And there's the pumpkin patch with all those cool orange pumpkins. Looks like there's the farmer. Mr. Comstock gives us a bushel basket to put our apples in. So they get a basket to put their apples in. What's right there? What's right there? It's a cow. What sound do cows make? Moo. And what letter does cow start with? C. Cow starts with C. So there they are getting a basket for their apples. All right. There's some geese and chickens and a turkey. Look at the little baby chicks. So cute. Geese and chickens and a big fat turkey walk with us on our way to the orchard where the apples grow. Remember, apples grow on trees in the orchard. There are all the birds. Bird. What letter does bird start with? B. Good. So there they are in the apple orchard picking apples. My father picks apples. My mother does too. There's the mom and dad picking apples. I climb into a little apple tree and pick the reddest apples of all. So there's the little girl and she's picking apples. Look at her climbing that tree. Have you ever climbed a tree before? When our basket is full of red and shiny apples, look at those red shiny apples. They look delicious. Don't you just want to take a bite? Here, pick one up. Pick one off the page and take a bite. Such yummy apples. They look delicious. We go to the field where the pumpkins grow. So there are all those pumpkins. What color are the pumpkins? They're orange. I look and look until I find the best pumpkin of them all. So she's looking to find the best pumpkin. And I bet if you've ever gone to the pumpkin patch or picked a pumpkin up from the store, you looked and looked. So you looked and looked and you looked everywhere until you could find the best pumpkin. That looks like a pretty good pumpkin. My father cuts it from the vine. So there he is cutting it from the vine. Remember when we learned about how pumpkins grow? They grow on vines and then they turn into flowers. They turn into green pumpkins and then big orange pumpkins like this one right here. And her dad is cutting it for her. I carry it back to my car. What color is their car? Like a blue. she's carrying it back to her car. She must be very strong. Are you strong? Show me your muscles. Oh, so strong. Because she's carrying that big, heavy pumpkin. I bet you all could carry big, heavy pumpkins too. What is she doing? At home, we carve a jack-o'-lantern face on our big orange pumpkin. So there she is carving the pumpkin. And look, there's pumpkin seeds. Do you see the pumpkin seeds? So there it is. She put a candle in it. We put a candle inside and light it. Now our pumpkin looks scary and funny too. Look at that pumpkin. Doesn't it look cool? On Halloween night, we put our pumpkin on the doorstep. My mother gives away lots of red and shiny apples. So instead of candy, she's giving away apples. That's cool. For trick or treat. So she's giving apples. And look at all those little kids getting apples. And there is a pumpkin right there. Very cool. Well, I go trick-or-treating up and down our street. So she dressed up as, what did she dress up as? A witch. And this, maybe it's her brother, maybe it's her friend. What did he dress as? An alien or monster. So that is so cool. So in fall, we can go to the pumpkin patch and pick pumpkins. And we can also go to the apple orchard and pick what? Apples, right. Thank you so much for listening to my apple and pumpkin story, and I'll see you all later. Bye, friends.